Hey guys, Metal Bum here. I just wanted to do a quick video on why we should be hedging, investing, and buying silver, gold for a lot of reasons, from using it as a safe haven, insurance, to the fact that it's tangible in nature and you have complete control over this outside of the financial system. And how it has this history of money and how there's becoming a paradigm shift, and this new paradigm shift you want to jump on because this will be prized more and more like it was before, as history does repeat itself. Stay tuned, guys. Alright guys, Metal Bum here. I just want to go over this quickly on why silver and precious metals. Here's a little bit of platinum, here's some gold. That's an old gold eagle, Indian head, Geiger bar, Scottsdale mint, some more Scottsdale mint. Here's a cool Poured Academy silver bar, 10 ounce. I just wanted to go over why silver and gold is a good, you can call it an investment, a hedge against inflation, a safe haven asset, part of your portfolio that can be uncorrelated to equities, but whatever you want to call it, it is something that should be owned and is a great way to invest or save or have some sort of financial insurance. If you're into prepping, if you're into being prepared for the future, this is something that you should get onto. I've talked about how I think also Bitcoin is similar and could be a hedge as well. I'm not saying to put all of your money in Bitcoin or all of your money in gold, silver. That would not be a smart play, but some form of it. So you can look at my asset allocation videos. I'm about 80% in real estate, and then the remaining 20% is made up of about 5% Bitcoin, 25% gold, silver, physical, 20% in stocks and emerging markets, US. And then so gold is just a great way to hedge. It's a safe haven, uncorrelated to other asset classes, and that's what makes a great hedge, is something that's uncorrelated to and is an ultimate hedge in your allocation. It's security, it gives you security, and it is a security, as well as silver. Here's a Scottsdale mint 10 ounce poured loaf bar. Here's some more examples of silver. There's a 2 ounce round, and this is a $1 from the Virgin Islands, Queen Elizabeth, right there. These are printed by government mints. Here's some more examples of gold. This is a sovereign, gold sovereign. But yeah, it's something tangible, and it's a tangible insurance against recessions, shit hits the fan scenarios, debt crises, falling dollar, hyperinflation. And by debt crisis, this only happens once every 100 years or so, and we're likely to have one of these because interest rates are going down as central banks try to print more money and print themselves out of the debt that they have, and print themselves out of deflation of asset classes, where when stocks and other assets crash. So anyways, guys, just more reasons why you should hold silver and gold. It's a tangible, physical, precious metals. You can hold them. I can literally take these with me, and no one will know, so there is some privacy, and you've got control over these. This was probably in the 1980s, 1970s, this was minted, and this could be used for whatever you want. Here's another example of a 10 ounce silver bar, another kind of more antique pre-80s bar. I believe it's pre-80s. Here's constitutional silver, also a great hedge in play. So yeah, you take control of this tangibility, physical precious metals. You can take it with you in an emergency. Like, what's to stop you from taking this, putting it in your pocket if you had to flee for some reason? There's control, there's all that stuff. There's the fact that bonds are going into negative yields or lower yields, and if there is a large recession, they'll go into negative yields. This is going to happen sometime in our lifetimes, no matter if you're 20 years old or if you're 100 or 80 years old. there's an inversion of the bond yield because bond yields are going down, and that's a great time to own gold and silver. It is speculative, so when people start pouring in, people start understanding money and understanding what this really is as a hedge, and what it is as, you know, real money, because it does hold its value. There's nothing about this that's a derivative, or, you know, there's no loan here. It's just, it is what it is. It's a commodity, and it's money. So when people do realize that, they will start speculating, and they'll pour into this sphere. So they'll pour into precious metals, and when that happens, you know, it can boom. Silver was at $50, and in the past has been $125, $150. It could boom in that sense, and I actually think that in the next 5 to 10 years that we will be at $50 to $70 silver. That's just what I think, what I'm speculating based on, you know, my own logical plays. And I think you should be even keel and try to make your own decisions and do your own research and try to figure this out for yourself. It's got a history of being money because it's, you know, it was actually used in the 1960s and prior. Silver was used and gold was used. I don't want to touch that because that's actually a collector's piece, but here's an example of gold. This is a 1 ounce maple. So it's got a history of being money. This one was actually made as bullion, but yeah, there's going to be a paradigm shift soon, and we're early on this bull run. It has spiked a lot right now, and it could have a pullback. Silver and gold could have some sense of a pullback, but when it does, I'm going to be buying up more. I've been steadily buying dollar cost averaging into silver, gold, precious metals, and yeah, it's a great time to buy and to get into the game. Do your own due diligence. Try to buy near spot. Don't buy any crazy premium stuff until you really know what you're doing. There is a paradigm shift, and we are early in this bull market. This, you know, I think for the next 10, 20 years, there's going to be a huge push into gold and silver because of the unintelligent moves. Well, they're not necessarily unintelligent, but a lot of the central banks and governments have responded to a lot of our crises in ways that were unsustainable by getting us more and more into debt. And this is just a way to have insurance and hedge against that. But it's also an investment. So, and silver has a lot of uses as a commodity too. So, and to anybody who thinks that Bitcoin is not, you know, is nothing or has zero value, just remember that silver, gold, especially gold, the value of gold is mainly a sentiment value. I understand that it has a history of being money, but you've got to just kind of consider this, that there is value to digital things like Facebook, to digital networks and things like that. So anyways, keep your minds open to different things. Stay logical, guys. And remember that gold and silver have a lot of great use cases, and there's a paradigm shift right now that people are realizing that, you know, there's something outside of ETFs, there's something outside of normal, not just ETFs, but what you think of as normal instruments for investing, you know, securities and things like that. And gold is a great hedge against these things, and is a great diversifier for your portfolio, but also can be considered collectors pieces, as you guys can see. There's all sorts of use cases for gold, silver, precious metals. And right now I've got a buy and hold strategy. I'm not really speculating too much where I'm pulling money in and out. It's best to just buy and hold and to get into these things. Here's one more little piece I wanted to show you guys. This is like a little skull. I have a little fun when I invest in precious metals or buy precious metals. This is from the Atlantis Mint. This is 2 ounces. All right, guys, Metal Bums out.